A new study offers a surprising twist to our daily routines. The morning coffee that so many of us depend on for energy might be quietly weakening the antibiotics we rely on to fight infections. Researchers from the University of Tübingen and Würzburg, led by Professor Anita Bruchado, have uncovered how everyday ingredients, including the caffeine found in your cup of coffee, can influence bacteria and their resistance to antibiotics that we take to treat infections. Now, the study focused on Escherichia coli, or E. coli for short. This is a very common bacterium. Sometimes it can also turn into a dangerous pathogen. Now, scientists, what they did is they examined how 94 different substances interact with E. coli at the genetic level. That included antibiotics, prescription drugs, and common food ingredients like caffeine. What they found is really fascinating and a little worrying also. Bacteria control the movement of substances in and out of their cells using tiny structures called transport proteins. Now, these proteins are like security guards of the bacterial world. They manage which chemicals get through the walls of the bacteria. The balance of these protein guards is crucial for bacteria's survival. Now, the researchers discovered that many common substances can subtly but consistently change the way these proteins work by turning certain genes on or off. In E. coli, caffeine acts a bit like secret code. Caffeine triggers a chain reaction, starting with a gene regulator called ROB. This then changes several transport proteins. The final results: E. coli lets in less of some antibiotics, such as Ciprofloxacin, a medicine used to treat infections. Now, Professor Bruchado describes this as an antagonist interaction. That means caffeine and some antibiotics are at odds with each other inside the body. If E. coli is exposed to caffeine, it may become less sensitive to antibiotics that doctors use to treat infections. Now, this does not mean that coffee or caffeine destroys antibiotics, but it could make certain antibiotics like ciprofloxacin less effective against bacteria like E. coli. Interestingly, not all bacteria respond in the same way. When researchers looked at Salmonella enterica, a relative of E. coli and a very well-known cause of food poisoning, they did not see the same weakening effect. So even closely related bacteria can act very differently depending on what chemicals they meet. What does this really mean for patients and doctors? Well, the research highlights the idea of low-level resistance. This isn't the dramatic form of antibiotic resistance caused by mutant genes, but a subtle and adaptable response to the environment. Everyday choices, what we eat and drink, could have real effects on medical treatments. President Carla Pullman of the University of Tübingen, who commented on the findings, says that this research demonstrates just how vital it is to consider all the factors in our daily lives. It could affect future treatment strategies, including which foods or drinks should be avoided when taking antibiotics, and spark new ideas for combining medicines or dietary guidelines. So next time when you sip your coffee while on antibiotics, remember your daily habits may be quietly shaping the battle between germs and medicines. Understanding these subtle battles could be crucial in protecting our health for the future.